Sound the alarm, ladies and gentlemen. We're going back to the one place I dread when it comes to WWE as of late. Those damn dirty Saudis! Yes, we are going back to the beautiful, progressive city of Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. It's so progressive, look at it! Yes, Ollie Davis, we know. Easy there, Cammy. We'll get to you in a minute. But look at this.
Alright.
This is just so... I cannot believe it. You know, I have a personal score to settle after what happened last time at that one pay-per-view that I'm not even going to say its name. The Dream has no memory of that pay-per-view. Although I'm not the Dream, I'm Coffee Lover 239, and he is sort of sitting this one out for a bit. As he told me, I think I'm going to skip it. I'm losing my love for WWE, and with all this mess going on, who could blame him? But we do have a special guest today, and that is the new house that Cammy built. Say hi, Cammy.
Hey, what's up, man? What's up?
Well, glad to have you here, man, and I assure you, oh boy, look at this. Just look at this whole mess of what's going on. And now the number of wrestlers that have refused to go is increased. Now Kevin Owens refused to go because they won't let Sami compete because, well, for those of you who don't know, Sami Zayn is part Syrian. And Saudi Arabia doesn't have the best relationship with Syria. Not to mention, they've also refused Aleister Black has not been reportedly not been authorized to participate on the show due to his body featuring several tattoos with some religious connotations, quote unquote, that might offend Saudi Arabians. It's unknown if it was a decision from WWE or a request from the Saudi General Sports Authority. But given this quote here that Dave Meltzer had in the June 3rd, 2019 issue of the Wrestling Observer, I wouldn't be surprised if it was the latter. This isn't really too much. Not to mention, we have a 50-man Battle Royale for we don't know who's entering with. We've got, let's see, two old-timers going at it again. Oh, believe me, I'll get to that in a moment. And the rest of the card is, there's a few matches that are exciting, but the rest of the card does not leave off a good vibe. What do you say we not waste any more time and let's get on with it? Our first match is Triple H versus Randy Orton in a plain old singles match. So, a match between Triple H and Randy Orton was scheduled on May 13th. A promo aired during the 21st episode of SmackDown, recapping the two's various rivalries that originally began in 2004 when Orton won the now retired World Heavyweight Championship, resulting in Triple H turning on him, kicking out of his stable Evolution, and straight up burying him during that oh-so-infamous period I'm sure all of you would still love to forget, but they had made me bring it up because, well, it's part of the background. And there was a little bit of a promo. What was it? The Raw? Yeah, it was the Raw beforehand. The Go Home Raw before this lovely little show between the two. That was a little bit amusing, but other than that and some of the other stuff, there's not really been a lot of build-up to this match, and it definitely seems like one for the fans, you know. Cammy, who do you think's gonna win?
Oh, man. Oh, God. Okay, first of all, the only... is most of the Saudi population, most of the wrestling fans in Saudi Arabia, this is not being racist or anything, but it's just, you know, what I know, what I've picked up. Most of the Saudi fans, most of the Saudi wrestling fans, they only know, like, the big names, like the John Cena, the Roman Reigns, the Brock Lesnar, those guys. That's why they have all these big names in the pay-per-view. And if Vince never had that deal with Saudi Arabia, then this match would never even exist. And I kind of wish it didn't exist, because at this point, what they're doing is they're taking my good memories of guys like Triple H, Randy Orton, or whatever, and tainting them. And I'll get into that. I'll get into more detail later with a certain match that will come up in the near future. But right now for this match, it's I mean, I guess it's kind of okay-ish. I guess it's not as bad is one of the matches I'm going to talk about that we're going to talk about later. But the build-up's okay. I mean, the promos that they had earlier, it's it's basically It's basically just Orton teasing Triple H about his now state in the company. He's COO, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just saying, oh, you need your dad's permission to do this. You got to do this. You got to be able to do that. Similar to what Dean Ambrose told similar to what Dean Ambrose told Triple H the night after the Rumble, saying, oh, do you need your father-in-law's permission? Stuff like that. Oh, do you need to ask? It's like similar to what CM Punk used to tell Triple H. Do you need to go ask permission from your wife first? Do you need to go ask permission from your dad first? Just shit like that. Just going back and forth. But I'm gonna go with not a surprise. I'm gonna go with Triple H on this one because I don't think he's gonna lose any more matches. He might lose a retirement match maybe next year, the year after. But right now, I don't think he's gonna retire anytime soon. I don't think he's gonna retire anytime this year. And I think a Triple H victory is probably gonna pop the Saudi crowd.
Yeah, I agree with you with that, and I'm just gonna go with Triple H as well. I mean, I don't think it could go either way, but I can't work up too much anger for this, to be honest.
Yeah. The build's okay.
It's barely been there for the most part because they didn't have much time to build it up, anyways.
Yeah, but the build-up's not as bad as a match that I will talk about in a few minutes.
I have a feeling what that'll be, but yeah, I'm just gonna say Triple H. Let's go to the next match. Disclaimer. Because WWE did not tell us who was in this Battle Royale, I have no picture I can put here, for goodness sake. So just enjoy this cute picture of Sally Acorn on the beach, and things will warp back to normal by the time we get to the next match. Okay? Thanks. Our next match is a 50-man Battle Royale. On that May 13th, a 50-man Battle Royale was scheduled, the largest standard Battle Royale in WWE history, despite the fact that WCW at World War III had a 60-man Battle Royale spread out across, 3 rings or so? Something like that, at least. But, yeah, that's really it. I can't really go into much else because there's no other detail. It's a random Battle Royale scheduled to kill time. I'd love to tell you who's in it, but they haven't announced anyone in the damn match at all. Like, no one. I've heard some things on TV, but no one has actually put it down here on Wikipedia. How am I supposed to give you all who's going to enter this Battle Royale? Like, I don't even know who's in it. We don't know who's in it. So I'm going to actually do something a little different for this match. I'm going to go first and just throw out a random name out there, because I've heard some rumors that this person, that they're going to have some NXT guys, and maybe have some actual NXT guys, and not a bunch of unknowns who barely even been on TV like Babatunde and Dan Matha. I'm going to throw out a random name here who I think's going to win, and that is Matt Riddle. Yeah, I've heard rumors that Matt Riddle is going to be in it, so yeah, I'll just go with Matt Riddle. And if he's not, then whatever. Like I give a shit about this match. Cammy, who do you think's going to win?
The King of Bros. Good choice. I'm going to have to decide against that because Matt Riddle, we all know, has some history with a certain drug marijuana. Matt Riddle has some history with marijuana, and I think if he wins the 50-man Battle Royale, then the Saudi people might frown upon that, and it might cause some bad PR. Like, oh, you're promoting a guy who used to smoke weed, who probably still does, the thing. And his character has a lot of stoner references, and this whatnot. His theme song is basically a stoner anthem. But about this 50-man Battle Royale, I have no idea who's. I think I know who's gonna be in it. I can name probably like 10 guys right now. Titus O'Neil, No Way Jose, EC3, those guys. Just the mid-carders and the lower carders. Basically, take everyone that's in the 24/7 title picture and shove them into a ring, and you've got the 50-man Battle Royale.
Mm-hmm.
But they might get some NXT guys in. Maybe they might get Eric Bugenhagen. They might get guys like Tyler Breeze, or maybe Punishment Martinez might show up. or whatever he's being called nowadays.
Damian Priest.
Yeah, Damian Priest. Yeah, Damian Priest might show up. Actually, no, his character might not be good for the Saudi people,
I
but
don't know
whatever.
if he's even ready for debuting yet, but continue.
Yeah. Some of those guys might show up, and I've actually heard my source have told me that a certain Hulk Hogan might be in the Battle Royale.
Nah, you gotta be kidding me. At his age, with all those surgeries he had, I kinda doubt it.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it, because he might go in the Battle Royale, give one or two people a clothesline, big bootleg, get thrown out immediately. But I wouldn't put it past Vince. All right.
Oh,
But
yeah, agreed.
I'm gonna. Vince has done worse shit in the past few years. We all know that. But I really don't know who's gonna win because I don't know. I exactly know who's gonna be in it. I'm thinking maybe they might make an NXT guy win. Maybe they might make a returning legend win. Although I'm hoping the legends are smart enough to not take the Saudi blood money. I'm hoping. So I really don't know who's gonna win. So I'm just gonna put NA, not applicable.
We just throw a random name out there, like what I did,
All right,
man.
a random name. You picked Matt Riddle. I'm gonna go off and I'm gonna say let's just put R-Truth in there. Maybe since he's a 24/7 champion, he might show up at number 49 or number 50, throw one or two guys out and win the entire thing. I'm gonna pick.
It's not a Royal Rumble, it's a Battle Royal, so everyone's gonna be there
Royal.
in the ring. But that's actually pretty interesting. There might be some shenanigans with Truth.
Yeah, because the thing that happened earlier, he was hiding under the ring. He'll probably do that.
Yeah, that would be funny. Anyways.
Do that, yeah. So I'm gonna pick R-Truth, just a random name.
Good choice. Anyways, let's go to the next match. This already. Goldberg versus The Undertaker. So yeah, on May 13th, when they also scheduled the Triple H Randy Orton match and the Battle Royal, we also had the match between Goldberg and The Undertaker schedule, marking this the first one-on-one match between each other. Goldberg's last match occurred at WrestleMania 33 in April 2017. He was the Universal Champion going into that show, and he lost to Brock Lesnar, which started Brock Lesnar's hostage, I should say, 2-year-long negotiator, whole hostage-taking thing with the Universal Championship. And if any of you haven't seen The Negotiator, you should. It's a great movie. Anyways, that's just what I was thinking of every time Brock has held the Universal title hostage. Anyway, so back to this match. So, 250-somethings competing it out. Now, admittedly, Goldberg is in better shape than Taker, but my God, there's really probably not much he can do. And given what happened the last time, a whole bunch of legends were involved. Yeah, I don't even need to go there. It was a complete catastrophe. Admittedly, though, if they do a more shorter match, such as the Brock and Goldberg series that happened, that was almost 3 years ago now. Holy shit, I feel old. Not really, but anyways. Yeah, maybe it might be fine, but if they make this a long, dragged-out match, it's not going to be good, because Taker really can't go at it a whole lot these days, and Goldberg's really, honestly, better at short and sweet matches. Poor boys. Ted DiBiase was right. Everybody does have a price. And this match is proof. But, Cammy, just tell me who you think's gonna win. I need to process this for a moment.
Oh, this match already, I swear to God, man. I have a lot of things to say about this match. Number one, I am really disappointed in these two men, in Taker and Goldberg, for taking the money. Why would you take the money from a country that you know is up to no good? Why would you take that money when you know you're in your 50s, you have a wife, you have children, you have people to take care of? You should already be retired by now. You have all the money that you need and then some. Why would you accept this money? Like, I know everybody's got a price and whatnot, but why would you accept this money, tarnish your reputation, and stain older fans' memories? You know, say what happened when I watched Brothers of Destruction versus Degeneration X at the pay-per-view that shall not be named.
It was a
I swear,
catastrophe.
I swear, it was so bad. Like, legit, halfway through the match, I started to, okay, come on, it can't get any worse than this. And I was wrong. Everything about that match sucked ass. And the fact that I'm pretty sure Taker gets hospitalized after every single one of his matches now, considering the guy's like 50, 60 something, like close to 60, and he really can't even wrestle anymore. He can barely wrestle. Like, look at the match he had against John Cena at Mania 2018.
Mania 34.
Yeah, Mania 34. Look at the match he had versus Cena. It was like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and
Somewhere
it was,
around there.
Yeah, around that time, it was basically an overglorified squash match. So, like, ugh. And Goldberg, man, I was watching SmackDown the other day, a few days ago, and Goldberg really looked like he wanted nothing to do with this. He looked like he'd rather be anywhere else. Anywhere else. He looked uninterested. He looked like he did not give a fuck about what happens in this match. And you know what? That's basically what I'm thinking too. I don't give a fuck about what happens in this match, because you know what? If I watch this match, I'm probably gonna kill myself halfway through it anyways.
Kind of like how I felt after that whole DX versus Brothers of Destruction match. Well, I couldn't even barely watch that match when that happened the first time around. Like, after that
yeah.
I was gonna say, after the whole best in the world nonsense, I was like, oh no, I'm checking out. That's enough for me. I've had enough with this show. Anyways, continue.
The worst part is that wasn't even the lowest point of the pay-per-view, but never mind. At this point, I'm just asking myself this question: what will take longer, the Goldberg Undertaker match, or me tying a noose around my neck?
Probably the news.
So, yeah, most likely the noose. But anyways, I'm gonna again go for the one that has the better ring to it. Probably gonna pop the Saudi fans more, because the Saudi fans, they probably know most, if not all, of the Saudi wrestling fans know who Undertaker is. Not all of them know who Goldberg is. They didn't have WCW back then. They had it, but it wasn't that popular back then in Saudi Arabia. They barely even watched any wrestling back then. But I'm gonna go with Undertaker, because I think it's gonna pop the crowd more, and hopefully after this match, Taker calls it a career, because at this point he's dragging it out. He's ruining the memories. He's ruining the childhood memories of old fans. Just hang it up, Taker. And Bill, you too, hang it up. You guys have wives. You guys have children. You guys have people you need to take care of. You guys have all the. Stop tainting the older fans' memories and just hang it up. Call it a career, goddammit. Sorry if it was too long, but I had to get this off my chest.
I wish I could agree with you, by the way. Man, you said Undertaker. I wish I could agree with you that they were going to hang it up, but Vince McMahon wants to have his star attraction and this whole billion-dollar complex to just buy anyone out. And with the Saudis behind him now, anyone that they want, they can easily aid him in this garbage here. And we could see other legends potentially get bought out by this crap. I could just hear them maniacally all laughing evilly, like the start of Ted DiBiase's theme,
Maniacally laughing while they're throwing stones at gay people.
And all that money in the air. Money,
all that shit that they're doing. Everyone has a price.
Yeah, I don't want to keep this one going on very long. I'm just probably going to go with The Undertaker. Because, well, he's homegrown talent. Goldberg is not. Hell, this match probably might not even be that long. We could have a spear into a Hell's Gate and... Yeah, okay, I doubt it would be that short, but some other stuff. They'll hit their big spots.
All right, can we finish?
Yeah,
this match?
I'm
getting sad now.
I'm going with Undertaker. Let's go to the next match. Our next match is Braun Strowman versus Bobby Lashley. So, a match between Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley was scheduled on May 18th. The two had an arm wrestling match on the Raw prior to the event that Strowman won, but was attacked by Lashley afterwards. So yeah, big sweaty man versus big sweaty man. Vince is surely pleased right now, but I don't think the rest of us are. Again, other than the arm wrestling contest, there's really not a whole lot of build-up. And, oh, this is a throwaway match. Like, why are we even having this match? Excuse me. I don't even see really a need to have this match. You could actually just strike this match off the card, and no one would give a shit. Cammy, who do you think's gonna win?
When I think of this match, when I look at the card and I see this match, I have one word to describe my feelings about it. And that word is, huh? Like, what?
Yeah.
What the fuck? These two people you could basically just take two random, Vince is probably like, big guy, both of them have muscles, let's put them in the ring. That's probably how Vince is thinking nowadays. I don't know how much coke that guy sniffs, but probably a whole fucking ton. I bet he's friends with Pablo Escobar or whatever. But this really has no build other than the arm wrestling match, which, I mean, granted, it did give us that meme of Lashley when it looked like his eyes were about to pop out of his head, but other than that, really nothing. It was kind of It was sort of impressive to see Lashley give Strowman a power slam, even though we've seen Roman do it. But we've seen Roman give Strowman a Samoan drop before. Nothing new to see people lifting this guy up. But this is probably gonna be a throwaway match that I have no time in watching. I mean, I couldn't give two shakes of a rat's ass who wins. I'm just gonna say the more marketable guy, Braun Strowman's gonna win.
I'm gonna just go with Braun Strowman as well. Honestly, I don't even see Lashley doing much lately. They really haven't been doing really any much with him, other than him being a damn stooge of a you-know-who and his mid-card vortex. And Braun has not been on a hot streak as of late. And like winning that Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale meant a damn to anyone, really. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with Braun Strowman.
Yeah, this match confuses me.
Agreed. Our next match is Finn Balor versus Andrade Cien Almas for the Intercontinental Championship. Now this should be a really good match. Two good in-ring talents, even if one of them I'm probably supposed to hate more than likely, that being Andrade, because, well, with his character and all. Jeez, yeah, I mean, it's not like it out of the normal, only to realize you have to get knocked back down by someone who just won't let you enjoy the storyline. But you know what, whatever, that's beside the point. Anyways.
Let's not get into that.
Yeah, on the April 15th episode of Raw, Andrade actually defeated Finn Balor in a non-title match. Balor was subsequently moved to SmackDown the following night in the Superstar Shakeup. Andrade, along with his manager, Zelina Vega, were then moved back to SmackDown the following week, and both Balor and Andrade took part in the men's Money in the Bank ladder match at the namesake event, where both fought each other, though ultimately lost the match thanks to that certain someone whose name I will not mention. Anyways, Balor was then scheduled to defend the Intercontinental Championship against Andrade at Super Showdown. And from the picture that's shown on your screen, or in my case, what I'm probably looking at... Oh, wait a minute. What the hell? That's the wrong one I'm looking at. Oh, I clicked the wrong link there. Oops, silly me. We all make mistakes, ladies and gentlemen. But judging from the picture, apparently the demon is re-emerging. Yeah, bring out the demon for him, but not for the guy who ruined Money in the Bank 2019. WWE
Don't
logic.
say his name. Don't say his name.
I'm not going
Don't
to. I'm not going to say it. At least, not if I can help it. But anyways, yeah. The demon's coming out for this. And actually, I really don't actually have much else to say other than these two are good in-ring talents, and I think the match should at least probably be one of the highlights of the show. Cammy, who do you think's gonna win?
Well, first of all, I'm a bit surprised that Saudi Arabia really let Balor use his demon character in the first place. Cause that really confused me. I'm like, how is he allowed to use a demon character, but Aleister Black is basically being shunned from the event due to some tattoos? Not that I'm complaining or anything, but and that was a bit. I was a bit confused by that, but anyways, this match will probably be one of the better matches on the card. Considering I like Finn Balor, I like what he does in the ring, I like his character. I mean, I don't really, I like his character. I like his mic skills. You know, he's basically one of the better all around talents in the one of the better all around talents in the company, and he can put on a
Mm-hmm.
great match with just a
Mm-hmm.
and he can put on a great match with just about anyone. You
Yep.
know. Yeah. Even if that someone, holds a title belt hostage for whatever, but I'm not going to get into that, because I don't want to cry right now. um, and Andrade Cien Almas, he's also a great in-ring talent. You know, I followed his work when he was in AAA, I believe, under the name La Sombra. Was it? Was that his name?
Yeah, you went under the ring name La Sombra.
Yeah,
And
La Sombra.
wait a minute, that wasn't AAA, it was CMLL.
CMLL Contender de Mucha. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, La Sombra. And when he unmasked, he came to WWE. They gave him that weird ass gimmick with the overalls and what the party gimmick. I don't even know what the fuck
Less
that
said
was, but
about that, the
whatever.
better.
What was it?
I don't remember, but like I said, less said about it, the better.
Yeah. It was a mistake. They changed his gimmick, turned him heel. He became a big star. He came up here, was underused for a little bit, had some great matches, but now he's in a title picture. He might finally win this title. I really don't know, but you know the saying. The demon comes out, it's game over. I made
Mm-hmm.
that up. I made that up. But
Nice.
yeah, but there's another thing. Zelina Vega will not be at ringside.
Mm-hmm. Because, of
Cause,
course,
cause
no
you know, cause
women.
yes, no women, no women. Um,
Although, I did. Never. I was gonna say something actually that apparently Natty is traveling with them. Yeah, for
yeah,
some
but
reason. I wonder if it's
yeah,
because her husband, who's a producer,
Tyson.
yeah, Tyson Kidd, who's a producer, might
Tyson's
be.
a producer now.
I think he's helped out with some of the matches too.
Uh,
Actually, yeah, like
he's doing a great job. Then he's doing a great job.
yeah, because he's put on actually helped out with some of the more better matches in recent memory. But yeah, and I think Renee as well. Well, because they had her doing commentary at that last event.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Anyways,
they're gonna make her wear. They're gonna make them most likely. They're gonna make them wear that headscarf. You know, their hijab.
actually, they didn't last time. They didn't last
What?
time. Did you?
Didn't they make Steph wear that?
I don't think we even saw Steph actually for that matter. But no, Renee didn't. And if you go back and watch it, yeah, she didn't actually have it. And one of those scumbag sort of outlets, one of them who shall remain nameless, but they do like to use the term vanilla midget when describing certain wrestlers, was the one who
Ew.
put out the lie that Renee was gonna wear a headscarf there for that one event. But that turned out not to be true, obviously. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh dear, my heart's racing for these scumbags. And then, not for the scumbags, no. What am I saying? They can go sit on it for
Jesus.
all I care. Anyways, continue. Back to the
Yeah, whatever.
match.
They might wear hijab, might not.
I don't
But
think so, anyways. But back
back.
to the match.
We'll see. We'll see. Anyways, back to what I was saying. The demon is coming out. I don't know how. I don't know how they allowed it. We know for sure he's not gonna bring his gay pride parade because then we know they're gonna throw stones at them
Uh
most
huh.
likely. He's not gonna bring his gay pride parade. He's gonna bring out the demon. He's gonna have the cool theme song out. Maybe the Saudi people they're gonna raise their arms up and the dun 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 or whatever it does. And Andrade is gonna be alone, and they might work. They might do something that he doesn't have his business partner. He's not as effective without her, and maybe they might start an angle with this when they go back to the U.S. Maybe, but I'm thinking two advantages. Balor is the Demon, which I don't know why he chose the Demon for this match and not versus Brock. I mean, come on now.
Mm-hmm.
And why he put out the Demon versus Baron Corbin of all people. But less said about that, the better.
Well, that was I think with that what they were trying to do was a SummerSlam streak, much like how Taker had his WrestleMania streak. They might be trying to do a Demon SummerSlam streak. You know what I'm saying?
They had to protect him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways. Those two things working in Balor's favor. He's coming out as the Demon, which never loses. I don't think he's lost yet. And
not on the main roster.
Yeah. I think he lost one time in NXT to Samoa Joe, but
yeah, it was
whatever.
like Takeover, like what was it? Takeover the End or whatever. Like the last Takeover, I believe they did at like Full Sail. It was a steel cage match against Samoa Joe.
Yeah. But yeah, we're not talking about NXT here.
Yeah, back to here.
I'm gonna go with Finn Balor because Andrade doesn't have his business partner by his side, and Finn Balor's got the Demon. So I'm hoping this is gonna be a good match. I'm hoping this is gonna be one of the longer matches on the card. If they have to get a match to be long, then I'm hoping it's this one because I really like what these two can do in the ring. I mean, you saw what they did at Money in the Bank. That Sunset Flip Powerbomb, amazing.
Finn Balor has fucking balls to take that on the ladder and getting.
He took
a lot of damage.
He took a lot of shit. And
he was banged up to hell, man. Yeah. Like
only for Mr. Lobster to come in and whatever.
You know what? Forget about him. You said Balor, right?
Yeah, Finn Balor's gonna win.
All right, I'll go and I'm gonna say Finn Balor as well because the Demon, they're probably still gonna keep protecting him for the longest time possible, and yeah, I don't see any of the major titles changing hands here at least because. Well, again, glorified house show, much like the last two, but the less said about what happened.
Don't name them.
The first one, the girl wasn't that bad, at least.
Wasn't too bad. The second one, do not name it. Do not name the second one.
I've been refraining from saying its name this entire freaking time, man. I've been refraining. It's so bad. But, yeah, we all know what happened there. The less said about it, the better. So, Finn Balor to win this one. Our next match is the product of Vince's fantasies versus the product of Vince's semen. Roman Reigns versus Shane McMahon. Yeah, give him credit for that first one at least, or the one with Roman describing. But the product of Vince's semen, yeah, that's already been established. So on the April 16th episode of SmackDown, after WWE Chairman and CEO Vince McMahon had introduced Elias as the biggest acquisition in SmackDown history, quote-unquote, they were interrupted by fellow new draftee Roman Reigns, who attacked Elias and performed a Superman punch on Mr. McMahon. This would seem a bit odd for anyone who knows some of this crap, how Vince McMahon has wanted to coronate Roman Reigns as the top guy, but that's beside the point. Anyways, the following week, Shane McMahon challenged Reigns to a fight for attacking his father. As Reigns came out, he was attacked from behind by Elias, who was then assisted by Shane in attacking Reigns. On the May 20th episode of Raw, Reigns, who appeared via the wildcard rule, and might I add has kept appearing ever since the wildcard rule's inception, has always appeared on Raw, was interrupted by Shane. Go on. No, go on.
The wild card rule was only made so that Roman could appear on both shows. That's all I got.
Exactly, it was. It was still bothered by Reigns' attack on his father. Reigns then challenged Shane to a match which Shane accepted for at Super Showdown. So yeah, I mean, while they're not still over pushing Roman in the title picture, are we really going down this whole authority garbage again? Quite frankly, I've seen enough of these two at least. Like, I just want Roman to do something else. Like, doesn't have to necessarily be in the title picture already, but geez, against Shane McMahon? This isn't even a specialty match. There's no stipulations. It's not a false count anywhere match. It's not any no DQ match. There's no stipulation. It's a plain old singles match. So we don't even have anything else to look for exciting in this match. And there might be some shenanigans, I guess. Maybe a ref bump, so we might see some other crazy shit come in here. Maybe some interruptions, perhaps, with one of Shane's stooges, perhaps.
Cronies.
Whether it be Elias or Drew McIntyre. Oh, hey, Drew, by the way, I saw your last promo, and as someone who actually is from Texas, we'll actually show you some damn respect when you stop being a stooge to some of these other weaklings like Shane and Baron Corbin and his stupid mid-cut buttocks. Anyways, yeah.
Happy birthday, Drew McIntyre. Happy birthday, Drew McIntyre.
Really? It's his birthday.
It's his birthday.
Really? Let me actually see. McIntyre. Oh shit, it is. He turns 34. Anyway,
Yeah, 34.
Cammy, tell me, who do you think's gonna win?
Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. So,
Seth Rollins?
not Seth Rollins. Damn it. Shane McMahon.
Yeah, Seth Rollins has got other business, but we'll get to that
Seth
when we get to that.
He's got to defend the title versus that bitch, but whatever. Let's continue. Roman Reigns versus Shane McMahon. So I think we already know who's gonna win this. I don't really think I need to predict. I will, but let me just say a few things. So Shane McMahon, let's count how many people he has on his side. He's got Drew McIntyre. He's got Elias. He's got the Revival. And I think he had Bobby Lashley at one point.
Revival's got other business here on the pre-show, though, but I don't think he ever had Bobby Lashley.
I don't know, but I always put, for some reason now whenever I see Drew McIntyre, I always associate him with Bobby Lashley.
Well, the two were a part of in the mid-card of
Unholy
Evil,
Trio,
or the mid-card of Evil.
Yeah, the Unholy Trio, as you called them.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so they might have some ref bumps. They might have some shenanigans. They might have Shane exercising his authority to maybe sway the match in his favor, maybe. And that might happen. And we know Corey Graves is going to do his heel work on commentary, putting Shane over as hell. And, and Shane calling Roman out after Roman hit his dad, even though Shane literally had like 2 matches versus his dad. And he's being a hypocrite right now. And, heels are always the biggest hypocrites, There's nothing new on that.
Mm-hmm.
But I expect this to be if there are no shenanigans, if it just goes to plan, I expect this to be a short, quick match, 5 or 6 minutes at the most. If there are shenanigans, it might extend it to 7 or 8 minutes, maybe 9 minutes. But that's the most I'm thinking it's gonna go. 9 minutes, maybe 9.5. But I think we obviously know who's gonna win. No matter what shenanigans they try to pull, Roman Reigns. Come on now, we've been through this soap opera before.
Yeah, I mean, it's no surprise. If anyone is probably gonna beat Shane at this point, it's gonna be Roman. I mean, Miz lost 2 straight matches to Shane, for the love of God.
I still don't know. And by the way, I know I'm going off on a tangent, but in Money in the Bank, when Shane and Miz had that match, did they literally have Shane win just so they could have his shirt come off and show his physique to the camera?
I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. I wouldn't be surprised, man.
He's not even that built. He's fine. He's fit, but he's not even that built as much as they say he is.
Yeah, as much as what I saw. Ugh. Anyways, back to this. Yeah, Roman Reigns is pretty much gonna win. I don't really see it going any other way, even with all the shenanigans. And I'm not sure this will be that short of a match. But yeah, Roman Reigns to win, because, well,
Vince. He's sleeping with Vince. Obviously, he's gonna win.
That's not exactly what I had in mind, but yeah, Roman to win. Our next match is Kofi Kingston versus Dolph Ziggler for the WWE Championship. Dolph Ziggler Anyways, on the May 21st episode of SmackDown, Dolph Ziggler, who had been inactive since January's Royal Rumble event, mostly doing his stand-up stuff, and appearing via the wildcard rule, which I completely didn't even realize. I did not even realize that at all. I mean,
I thought he was a free agent.
Nope, apparently he's a Raw guy, actually, last time I looked. Let me see. Yeah, he's on the Raw brand, and he's appearing via the wildcard rule. So why the hell is he, of all people, challenging Kofi? And, like, let me read this here. Yeah, he made a surprise return via the wildcard rule, which I completely forgot about because no one on commentary ever brought it up. And he attacked Kofi Kingston, our boy Kofi.
They only bring it up for Roman.
Like, yeah. Anyways, Ziggler later explained, well, that it should have been him who got the opportunity to go to WrestleMania 35 and win the WWE Championship instead of Kingston. And to that, okay, some of you may want to turn your volumes down right now because I have been dying to say this for a good while. To that, saying it should have been you, Dolph, I just have to say, where the fuck were you? Where were you? Where did you go? You just disappeared. Just whoosh. You vanished like a ghost. We couldn't even find you if we tried. Where in the world is Dolph Ziggler? Not around here to actually go and get the opportunity and actually work for it. That much is certain. For the love of...
Did that feel good to let out?
Yes. And now he said he would defeat Kingston for the title at Super Showdown, which was made official. So yes, this is only because Kevin Owens, they were going to have a rematch with Kevin Owens from Money in the Bank. Yeah, no automatic rematches, my ass. But yeah, ultimately, because Kevin Owens refused to go, and there was apparently virtually nobody else, even though there's like a shitload of people they've been barely using, let's get the guy who probably would rather, I think, seemingly be in it more for the money at this stage in his career.
God damn it, Dolph.
Isn't that just sad? Isn't that sad? Because he's actually pretty talented, Dolph Ziggler. He really is. I mean, he's
one of the He is
one of the greatest.
One of the greatest sellers of all time.
Sellers, yeah, he's a good seller. But Jesus, I don't know. I mean, these two have faced off in the past before, and it was a pretty good match, to say the least. And I mean, not just a pretty good match. They fought over both the... Haven't they fought over both the Intercontinental and the U.S. Championships?
And U.S.
Yeah, U.S. Championship. I just mentioned that.
And by the way, Easter egg. I'm pretty sure they feuded over the IC Championship back when Big E was Dolph's bodyguard.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, and look how the times have changed now.
Yeah. Anyways, Cammy, who do you think's gonna win?
Alright, well, okay, Dolph, I gotta say this to Dolph Ziggler. Where the fuck were you? You had that one feud with Drew McIntyre. You turned face. You turned face. You got mauled by Drew McIntyre on New Year's Day, I believe, in that Hell in a Cell match. You got viciously attacked afterwards.
Hell in a Cell, New Year's.
Wait, it was close to New Year's, wasn't it?
I don't remember it being Hell in a Cell, though.
Not a Hell in a Cell. I think it was a cage match. No. It was Hell in a Cell. It was.
What? When did they... I don't remember. You're starting to get my memory going all over the place.
Let me look it up.
Just go back to the match here. You can look it up afterwards. Or not, I guess.
Let me see. Dolph Ziggler... Oh, it was a steel cage match. Never mind. Steel cage on New Year's Eve.
What was it? The New Year's Eve episode of Raw?
The New Year's Eve episode of Raw, which was, I believe, pre-taped.
Yeah, because they've been pre-taping the holiday stuff a lot as of late, and I don't even think I watched that because I pretty much had other things to do. Instead, I watched Kubrick's Eyes Wide Shut, another great movie. Anyways, continue.
Anyways, back to what he was doing. So he lost after the match. He lost the match. He got mauled. Returned for the Rumble. Eliminated McIntyre, got eliminated himself, he left as a face. That's what I remember. Then he disappeared basically. He was frustrated with the company. He did that one in interview with Chris Van Vliet, I believe. Is that his name?
I don't remember.
Yeah, but he did that one interview with, I think it was Chris Van Vliet, where he talked about his frustrations. It was a good interview. He returned as a heel for some reason a few weeks ago. I don't know what they're doing with him. He's basically like Big Show nowadays with all these
He's
turns.
just
He
a
was
stand-in. It's gonna be a one-and-done
Yeah.
deal from what I read.
Yeah. I like Dolph. He's a very underrated worker. He's good. He can put on a good match when he wants to. And he's a very good seller. Well, he can be over the top, but it's entertaining. But if when he wants to, he's one of the best on the roster when he wants to be. So I'm hoping he puts up a good match. But since this is, like you said, like Coffee said, a one-time thing, most likely, I'm going to say he's going to lose. He's going to go back to doing his shitty stand-up comedy. If you enjoy his stand-up comedy, there's something wrong with you.
Really?
But,
about that. Anyway, continue.
anyways, yeah, he's probably going to go back to doing his stand-up comedy. So I'm going to say this is going to be, I hope it's going to be a good match. It's going to be kind of medium in length. I'm probably going to enjoy it maybe if I decide to give a fuck and watch the pay-per-view and not want to gouge my eyes out. But I'm going to say it's going to be a good match. In the end, Dolph is going to lose. Kofi's going to win. Dolph can go back to do whatever the fuck he wants. And Kofi can go ahead and hold on to the title until, like, SummerSlam or shit.
Yeah, I see Kofi Kingston going over. I mean, for all the crap that WWE is doing currently, the one thing they're still at least doing right is getting Kofi Kingston's reign at least. I mean, he's at least a fighting champ. He's defended it on TV several times. And he always consistently puts on pretty good matches.
Hey, he's defended the WWE title more times in 3 months than Brock Lesnar has defended his title in like 5 years.
Oh, that is so true. That is so true. Anyways, yeah, I don't see.
It's shameful.
I know, but I don't see Kofi losing. I'm gonna give the win to Kofi Kingston. Our next match is Seth Rollins versus Baron Corbin for the Universal Championship. Not Universal Heavyweight Championship, Paul Heyman. Not every freaking title has heavyweight in its name, you schmucko.
Yes,
Anyways.
you Jew.
Hey, easy there, man. I don't want to go too far. Especially with what happened last time, and you said that... You know what, we don't have to go about it. Okay, let's just focus on this match. Okay, so at Money in the Bank, Seth Rollins retained the Universal Championship against AJ Styles in a pretty good match. On Raw...
It was good.
Yeah, it was a great match. On Raw the next night, you-know-who, or shall I say Baron Corbin, took offense that Styles got that title shot, even though Corbin had previously pinned Rollins in a worthless tag team title match. Not tag team title match, blah. In fact, the Raw Tag Champs have been MIA. Yeah.
Where are they? Where are they nowadays?
Where in the world are Hawkins and Ryder? Yeah, you're welcome for me getting that stuck in your head.
I know where they are. They're eating donuts and catering.
Ain't that sad, and yet they're champions. Anyways, following week, Styles was scheduled to take part in a fatal four-way match for another opportunity against Rollins at Super Showdown, but was still ailing from injuries sustained from his match at Money in the Bank, and was replaced by, why does it have to be Baron Corbin, who attacked Styles while the latter was in the trainer's room, and then Corbin defeated Braun Strowman, Bobby Lashley, and The Miz in a fatal four-way match to earn the title match. And they said it was an elimination match, but then they just threw that out halfway through the match, and the pull of Baron Corbin's mid-con vortex is just too strong!
Those filthy liars.
Ay. Oh. Wait, that's it? There's no more build-up? Oh. Oh,
Oh, wow. Isn't
anyways,
that something?
I don't have anything else to add. Cammy, who do you think's gonna win?
You forgot one. You forgot one thing.
What?
Lobster. He's gonna cash in.
I don't even know what it. Let's not just focus on that. Just forget about him for now.
Yeah. All right. Whatever. So I hope Vince at least knows that we don't like Baron Corbin. I mean, this man has been on the main roster for 3 years, 4 years. He's won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale. He's won Money in the Bank, and yet he's only been United States champion once. That's it. That's all he's won.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so I really hope Corbin doesn't win this championship, because if Corbin wins the Universal Championship, oh man, this company might as well just fold. To be honest.
No. You know who would have to win for this company to fold if he won that title. Because say what you will about Baron Corbin, but at
Oh,
least he
no.
gives a shit more about this company.
At least Baron Corbin shows up. We don't want you know who cashing in and winning.
Oh God, forbid he
Whatever.
does.
I don't. Can we not talk about him?
Just go back to this match.
Anyway, so my opinion on Baron Corbin, he's really boring. He has no charisma. His wrestling skills are solid. I guess they're slightly above average.
Yeah.
But it's fine. I like some of his moves, the choke slam on the knee, the deep six,
Mm-hmm.
and he's got a pretty cool innovative finisher. But I'm not really a fan of when he leaves the ring only to just get back in it. You know the thing that he does?
Yeah, the slide out and then he slides
Slide
back
out
in.
and slide back in.
Yeah, I've seen that too many
Yeah,
times.
that's getting annoying at this point. That's basically getting to the point where you Irish whip Shawn Michaels in the corner and he does like a flip and flips over to the apron.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah, except people actually like Shawn Michaels.
Yeah,
But
'cause no, go on.
anyways, so I hope to God that the dumpster fire doesn't win. And I was hoping that Cena would come in and interfere and face Angle at Mania. That didn't happen. He showed up as the Doctor of Thugonomics.
To lay out Elias when you really should have
Yeah.
just had Taker do that
Yeah.
at Mania, and just well, you know.
I mean, it was a great moment. We marked out for that.
Yeah, but ultimately that was it. Really, just
Yeah,
looking
really.
back
He hasn't-
though, it was kind of
Yeah.
eh.
Anyways, so I hope Baron Corbin doesn't win, because if Baron Corbin if this is a world where Baron Corbin wins the Universal Championship, it's not a world, right? So I'm gonna say Seth Rollins wins, Seth Rollins retains, and hopefully whose cash in goes wrong.
You know, the thing about it is, oh damn it! Now I forgot what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something here
Take
about
your time.
this because I can't remember, but I was gonna say I don't remember. Look, I just might as well say who I think's gonna win right now, actually, and well, that's Seth Rollins because, like I said, I don't think any other major titles or any of the major titles that are being defended on the show will be changing hands, like I said, since it's mostly a glorified house show.
Yep, over glorified house show.
Yeah, and titles have rarely changed hands at house shows.
They never. They change hands only to get a pop. They usually go back to their original owner the day later.
Except for
A day
maybe AJ Styles at that one Madison Square Garden House show when he beat Kevin Owens for the
pretty
U.S.
sure
Championship.
I'm pretty sure he only won just to showcase the new belt.
I don't think that exactly because I know this was around like 2017 and Battleground they had that botch. Yeah, it was a couple years ago, almost 2 years ago.
Okay.
But yeah, I might as well say Seth Rollins. I mean, he's doing good with the title at least. I mean, he's still at least actually showing up on TV with the damn thing, giving a shit more about it at least. But
Unlike
who still, ugh, I don't even want to go there with that shit. But I have a feeling they might be swerving us because they keep on preparing us to think, oh, maybe he's gonna actually cash in on Seth and take that title hostage again, and then we're gonna have another negotiator try and fix this shit. But maybe they might swerve it and do something even worse and have him cash in on Kofi. Oh God, I don't even know which one would be worse. Because
stop it! Stop talking about it! Stop talking about
I can't help it, man, but it's a possibility, and it's scaring me. And if I don't mention it, they might actually suspect it.
Don't jinx it! Don't jinx it! Don't jinx it!
There's no jinxing when it comes to Vince. He just does what he pleases. Seth Rollins to retain the Universal Championship. Okay, our last match. Oh, hey, look at this! We have a 3-on-1 handicap match. It's the Lucha House Party, Kalisto, Gran Metalik, and Lince Dorado versus Lars Sullivan. So at Money in the Bank, Lucha House Party came out for a match, and who the hell were even their opponents? What happened to them? Or they never existed in the first place. They never fucking existed.
They never existed.
No,
I don't think they existed.
It was only a decoy there, so they could be randomly attacked by Lars Sullivan, who, I think this is actually his first match on the main roster.
This is his first match since coming up on the main roster.
It's a fucking 3-on-1 handicap match with a stable that's pretty much a joke at this point.
It's a joke. I like Kalisto though.
Yeah, but now he's stuck here. And the other two are fine, but they're stuck in this garbage as well. Anyways, the following night on Raw, as Sullivan was about to be interviewed in regard to the incident, those three bastards who don't know when enough is enough interrupted and attacked Sullivan, who fended them off. And so we got a 3-on-1 handicap match. I might as well just say who I think's gonna win out right now first, because I really don't see this happening. I see Lars Sullivan pretty much crushing them all in a nutshell. They might be able to move fast, but I tell you, Lucha House Party gonna make House Party 2 look like House Party 1. Kimmy, who do you think's gonna win?
I'm expecting a triple freak accident, by the way. Freak accident on 3 people at the same time.
That would be kind of cool to see.
Yeah, that would be nice. But anyways, so Lars Sullivan, I don't think you mentioned it, but he did get some heat for some posts on some bodybuilding forums and whatnot.
That was like years ago, but yeah.
That was years ago. He was around 1820. But he got some heat on that, and I think it's kind of poetic that I'm not gonna mention it. I'm not gonna say it. All right, I'm probably gonna get in trouble or something. Anyways, all right. I think it's kind of poetic that his opponents are Mexican, because those are some of the people. Because he was shitting on Mexicans in some of his forums.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so Lars, he hasn't had a singles match. He hasn't had a match period since he came up on the main roster. He hadn't spoken a word until that interview he had earlier, which
Not good.
I was surprised they actually let him speak. First of all,
I
was surprised they let him speak.
Not good at all. Like, it was a scripted promo. Just scripted promos need to die.
in NXT, didn't they label him as the intelligent monster?
I don't remember. Not that I remember.
But they labeled him as like intelligent or something, like Bruiser Brody.
Maybe.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, but that was dumb. But anyways, I'm surprised Lars actually got to speak for once, and I'm pretty sure that this 1-on-3 is gonna be the same way that pretty much everyone else think it's gonna go. Lars dismantles them in a matter of minutes, if not seconds.
I doubt seconds, but then again, who knows what's gonna happen at this point? So yeah.
The Ultimate Warrior dismantled Triple H in like 2 minutes, so anything can happen.
Yeah, so I guess we're both in agreement for Lars Sullivan winning.
Yeah.
Alright then, in that case, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Welp, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the third WWE show in Saudi Arabia. And the annoying thing is, we still have 9 more years of this garbage. And who knows what else is going to happen within this time frame. I mean, the whole Khashoggi situation that happened last year was bad enough. But what if something even worse happened? Oh God, it just makes me shudder. But
let's just hope that Vince retires.
He needs to just get the hell out. And even then, even if he retires or gets out between all this whole mess, and whoever picks up the remains, if he does, more than likely Hunter, then what the hell? Then he has to deal with this bullshit as well. He has to try and pick up what his father-in-law screwed up with.
I mean, hopefully Hunter can work with what's given to him.
Alright. Before we go, I want to read the quote here that I mentioned, that Dave Meltzer mentioned in the June 3rd, 2019 issue of the Wrestling Observer. I want to read this quote here, apparently, because WrestleMania shared this on Twitter. Whether you hate him or not, he has a point. And, about some of the issue with certain people not being able to participate, and if there's, probably possible discrimination assisted from the Saudi government and the Saudi General Sports Authority. Anyways, let me read this. I'm sorry, but yes, WWE doesn't discriminate on their own, but based on the situation with Zayn and Black, it's more than just doing business with people who do, which is one question, and quite frankly, a lot of companies do, but this is one step farther. It's one to do business with those people, but this is different. This is being paid by people who are telling you that for what they pay you, you can't hire people we don't like based on gender, religion, or where they come from. They didn't want Syrians in. They didn't want women in. They could have easily said they didn't want African Americans, Canadians, Jews, Mexicans, or Samoans, because the principle we're talking about is the same. Hold on, let me finish this. If you really want to make change, the company should put its foot down and do what so many athletes and entertainers did a generation ago in South Africa. That's what led to change. Not taking money and going there while professing the company is behind women and against discrimination and racism. Whether you hate him or not, Dave Meltzer has a point.
Yeah, I don't like Meltzer and I agree with him.
Yeah, quite frankly, this situation is out of hand. And hopefully, at the very least, the show won't be a complete catastrophe like that last one was.
Don't name it.
I'm not. We've gone the whole pay-per-view, I think without saying it, maybe once. I don't remember.
Said it yet.
Good. Because
it does not deserve to be named.
The Dream, or shall I say the Coffee Lover, and the Cammy have no memory of that. Yes, Anyways, that's enough. We'll be here all day if we keep this up. I want to thank Cammy once again for being here with me. Say bye, Cammy.
Alright, I'll see you guys. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. Anytime, man. And we'll be back for probably the next WWE pay-per-view. Yeah, it'll be Stomping Grounds. And then we'll probably do Fighter Fest for All Elite Wrestling.
Oh yeah.
So until then, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Alright, I'll see you guys.